Well, I'm here today at Motorsport on the Pirelli stand. I'm very pleased to bump into Mario Isola from Pirelli. Mario, could you first of all tell us what your job title is?
I am my job title is a Motorsport Racing Manager, and I'm in charge of all the organization of the international championships.
Well,
so quite busy. Yeah,
quite busy indeed.
Yeah,
and that's based in Milan.
Yes.
At Pirelli's headquarters. So you've just flown over here to UK for this show?
Yeah, we have a base here in Didcot that is not very far away from here, where we manage all the Formula 1, GP2 and GP3 operations and some and the UK market for motorsport. But we are based in Milan, as you said, yes.
That sort of job sounds scary in terms of the travel commitments. I mean, Milan to here is easy, but do you go to many of the F1 races?
All. So I'm the,
all of them?
yeah. Frequent flyer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, frequent flyer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. And are you married? Do you have a home
No.
life at all? No. I can see why.
I'm fully dedicated to job.
Have you always worked for Pirelli?
Yeah, I started in 1996 as a test driver. Then I moved to R&D because I was studying engineering, and then I moved to motorsport in 2000. Right. And I was involved in many championships because I started with GT races. Then I moved in 2005 in rallying in WRC,
yeah.
And now I'm involved both in rallying and in circuit activities. And obviously with Formula 1, now I am 80% dedicated to Formula 1 because you know that Formula 1 is a quite demanding championship.
I've heard rumour.
Yeah.
Yes. I met Bernie once, and it was fairly demanding.
Yeah.
I can tell you. So I mean that's fascinating. You're a driver as well, which I think is always a good thing.
Gentleman driver.
A gentleman driver. Yeah, we're all now. Yeah. Yes, we're all
I like driving. Yes.
Yes. And you get to drive some of the nicest cars on the nicest tracks.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to drive some nice cars, such as this one in the back, and it's very funny. So my passion is to drive, but I have realized that I cannot be a good driver, so I've decided to find another job into motorsport. That is nice as well.
And some of us are just too old as well.
No, it's not a suggestion to everybody, but.
So, of course, we can't talk too much about Pirelli's strategy and your compounds for next year or anything else, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the tyre sizes, because it's always interested me that the F1 tyres are on such small rims, 13-inch, and in the rest of the world we've gone bigger. Are they sticking with 13-inch?
Yeah, for this year we have decided to keep it the same. There were some discussions about the width of the tires. Because when we have received the first data from the teams, it seemed that with the new torque we needed a bigger rear tire. But then obviously we work closely together with teams, and we have decided to keep the same size for this year.
Right. And
we had in the past some discussions also to increase the rim size, but at the moment we stay on the 13 inches.
So you're going to give us another year of exciting motorsport with those tyres.
Yeah, it's quite. Next year, this year, it will be quite challenging with the new cars. And it's something of unknown because nobody knows the new torque, the new aero, and the characteristics of the cars. You can simulate them,
yes.
But when you put the car on track, is always something different.
And of course, as Ferrari owners, there's the sound of them as well that we're very keen to listen to.
I didn't hear the sound of the new engines,
no.
But a lot of people told me they are quite different from sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But good.
We will see.
We'll wait and see.
We will see. If you like loud engines, probably they are not as loud as in the past.
Yeah,
but maybe good.
While we were talking about sizes, what's fascinated me always is that the sizes have stuck in inches. I mean, I think when I bought Ferrari in the 70s, 80s,
yes.
There were some metric sizes came in. But we went back to inches again. You don't know why, do you?
The truth is that you don't have a regulation for motorsport. It's not like on the road cars where you have ETRTO that is basically giving you the rules on the sizes and so on. And so during the years we had some metric and units and sometimes also inches, and historically the rim is in inches, and we keep It would be strange if we change and now we have millimeters to define the rims. To me, it sounds strange. We are used to 13, 14, 18, 19. So
I think that won't change. I think.
No, we can keep them as they are now.
A bit like selling bananas in the markets here; they're all £1 a pound. We're not going to change with that very easily.
How does it?
No, none of this euros or metric stuff here. And so this is now the third year that Pirelli, starting our fourth year of Pirelli's with this F1 sponsorship. Is there a deal? How long does that last for? How long is your sponsorship of F1?
We have now another 3 years.
Another 3 years.
Yes.
Right, so that's
a total of 6 at the end of this experience. Then we will see. Now we are planning for the next 3 years. That is quite a long period.
Yes. Well, that's fascinating. It must be a wonderful job to be involved in that and in looking at what's happening each time and each race. So exciting.
It is exciting. It is, as I said, it is demanding. You probably don't have a private life, but if you are a motorsport fan, for sure it is the best you can achieve because you are really involved. Also, if we are the sole supplier and we supply tires to everybody, and all the tires have to be the same, but it's really interesting to see what happens. Each car is different, so the stress that they put on the tire are different. It's not because they look very similar that you can imagine more or less is the same for everybody. No, it's not true. The result on the tire is quite different on each car, and this is interesting to go in detail to understand what happens, how they work. And working closely with teams, engineers, with drivers, not only in Formula One, in all our championships, because we have a continuous development of our tires, both in circuit, in rallying, and we are sole supplier for Ferrari Challenge and many other championships where you have only one car, but drivers that are fighting a lot to...
And of course, with your sponsorship of our 3-race series, we have to use the road tyres. What I'm keen on is looking at the new developments in road tyres and whether they're learning from the F1 tyres and your experience there.
Exactly. We can pass all our experience in Formula One, in GT, on the road tyres because obviously you develop new materials, you develop new production processes, quality controls. A lot of things are not because in Formula One you have 13 inches. They are so different that you cannot pass any experience from that. But obviously, talking about road cars or race cars that look like the road one, this step is quite small. So if you look at the P0 Trofeo, for example, that is a road tire that is road homologated, but is almost a proper race tire, where we put all our technology into a road tire. That is good. I mean, it's something that we are looking at.
Well, and certainly, the grip we're getting now from the 458 and the tyres that are coming through now is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for that. And
we are happy when the customers are happy. That is the target of our job.
And now I'm not competing so much. I'll hope to bump into you at an F1 around the world somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Lovely.
We will wait for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Mario.
you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.